Well, hello again, all my Fluid Heart friends. Hi, it's Doris at DF Designs. I got a little bit of a challenge in one of the groups I'm in, so I'm going to show you the picture, and I've got to try to match the colors. Let's see. Here, I'll cover this up so you can... Oh, crap. Oops, sorry. Okay, these are the colors I have to pick from. Okay, the yellow, the green, the purple. It's not showing it very well, so let me see. Anyway, why is it not showing it? There we go. Well, now it's getting darker. Anyway, it's a yellow, a green, the dark purple, and then there's a red and a fuchsia, and you have to leave one of the colors out. So I decided I'm going to leave the fuchsia out because I think the red is going to look better with the purple and the yellow and the green, hopefully. Okay, I'm hoping that as I'm doing this, that you guys who are watching and can tell me if I did it right or wrong, please tell me down in the comments. I don't always get it right. Okay, I'm doing this on a 10 by 10 wooden cradle board. Oops, too many cups are out. Well, but I always pull out 2 extra. Anyway, so I'm going to do... See, I'm going to also do... I'm going to do a technique I've never seen done in resin before. I've seen a lot of people doing it. Come on, where's my 4? There it is. I've seen a lot of people doing this technique in acrylic pouring, but I haven't seen it done in resin yet. So, I'm going to try it in resin. It is a technique that Fiona has done. Fiona is a very good artist. She's from Slovenia. I think it's Slovenia. She has a very thick accent. Okay, I will try to remember to link her channel below. And she does this reverse flower dip in acrylics. I've seen her do it with wet paper towels, and I've seen her do it with saran wrap. So I can't do anything wet on top of resin, so I'm going to do saran wrap. Okay, come on, give me 8 ounces. I need a little bit extra too. I have a couple more tiles. If you haven't seen it yet, I have a video on how I attach the hardware to the back of tiles, and it involves using resin. You basically, well, go watch the video. You use the resin as like a almost like a glue. Anyway, and the reason I don't have my gloves on, well, I should. I was about to say, where are my gloves? I've got to open a whole new box. Here's a little tip for you. Make sure you get the best gloves you can, okay? Because you're going to want to clean them off, see, and not have to keep changing them. So that's a tip for today. Get the best gloves you can get. And believe me, these are really, really, really good gloves. Okay, and the other tip I have is, and I tell people this in all my videos, get yourself some old t-shirt rags. Okay, you can see this is the sleeve of an old V-neck shirt. Okay, but for whatever reason, the thrift store decided they didn't want to sell it. So I put it over. I put it over to the side, and I put some alcohol on it, which my bottle of alcohol is almost empty too. Always make sure you got backups of all your supplies. Okay. See, all I do is I just put a rag over to the side, And here, I gotta get this resin mixed up first. And then that way, you always have your, have something to clean your glove off with. I use 91% alcohol on that rag. Okay. Now, I always tell people this at the beginning of the video. You want to mix your resin thoroughly. I use Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat. The Art Coat and their Stone Coat epoxy are all 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, which means 50% of part A, 50% of part B. I always put part B in first because it's got a lower viscosity, and then I can put the then I put the part A in there. These cups I get, I don't know if you can see it well. These cups I get are off of Amazon. If you go below the video, there's a link to Artist Till Death's Amazon shop, and it's listed in there. I get no commission off of that. I'm just telling you where I buy them at. Okay, and they taught me everything I know about resin, so I figure, well, I might as well let you guys know what they've taught me. Okay, and one of them is a cup. It's got like little ounce markings all the way up to 16 ounces. Okay, you want to make sure you stir it really good. Scrape the bottom, scrape the sides, scrape your stick off too, to make sure you get all the resin and the hardener mixed up. It's okay if you have bubbles because you're going to do the heat gun. Now, in our challenge, we were not allowed to use any other colors, but I wanted a board that was not brown, so I'm using a black, but I'm probably going to cover the whole thing in the red. And then the other 3 colors are going to be the flowers, they're going to make up the little flowers, and then I'm going to put some little leaves in there. And the kicker is, I also have to do this as a mixed media project. So I think you're going to see a second part of this video. And the second part of this video is going to be where I do the mixed media part, which I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking of doing little lines of glue to make like vines and coloring them in a green. Okay, there's for my red. Now I'm not going to need a whole lot of the other ones. Reason I got my cups in a little muffin, well, it's not a tin, it's a silicone baking pan, but I got them in here because they don't tip over as easy. Okay, I need to put my gloves on because I don't know how much resin I'm going to end up getting on my hands now that I've mixed it. Okay, so let me get my gloves on. I need to, now that I've showed you the picture, I need to move my phone out of the way because I don't want to get resin on my phone. I forgot to turn it off, so if you hear any little noises in the background, it's my notifications, and I apologize in advance. Okay, now I got my gloves on. Now, my red, I'm using Rust-Oleum Gloss Sunrise Red. I've already shaken it up and opened it, because it always takes me forever to open it. And this is going to be my base coat, so I'm not going to need a whole lot in there. Okay, there we go. And let me close this up real quick. Plug your ears. Sorry about that, but I want to make sure that that can does not fall over. Okay, now for the colors, I was going to do mica powders. So for the purple, this purple's not as dark as what the picture shows, so I'm going to have to darken it a little bit by putting some black in there. Okay, There's some purple. Now what I'm going to do is, I got to get a clean stick for this. I can't dip the purple in the black. It'll do something to it probably. Okay, I don't want that much black, but I want enough in there to darken it. So let's see now what this does. And it is making it a darker purple. But I can always add a little bit more purple if I need to. But it looks, I knew that the black would go good in the purple and color it. Okay, now you want to make sure when you first put your powder in the resin, the best way to do it, and I always forget to do it this way, the best way to do it is put your powder in first, then put your resin on top. But I wasn't sure about that. Okay, yep, that looks like the dark purple in the picture. Okay, now I needed to do a yellow, and okay, I need some more. I need some more sticks out here, so let me grab these. Okay, now the yellow I got, it's called Banana Flambe. So it's not really as bright as the picture, so I'm going to put some of the yellow in there, but I'm also going to add a little bit of white to make it a little brighter. And you know what? I can use the other end of the stick to do this. Okay. So hopefully this makes it a brighter yellow. We'll find out in a minute. Yeah, it looks a little bit brighter than it did in the package, so the white kind of lightened it up a little bit. Because it's called Bananas Flambe, and it actually looked like a banana. Okay, let me get this cup over here. I didn't want a lot of green in this picture because I'm going to add some green to the other thing. So this is a little bit too bright of a green, so I got a darker green I'm going to use to mute the brightness, I guess you could say. I don't know. See, this by itself I thought was too drab, but this by itself was the first green was too bright and the second green was too drab, so I'm hoping the two together work. Now when you put your powder in, make sure you stir slowly to get it all incorporated and get it wet. And that looks like the color that was in the picture. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got all my colors mixed up. Got my board. I already checked it to make sure it's level. So first, well, let me get all my... See, I can't... See, I haven't mixed up my red yet. Oh, I'm terrible, aren't I? Here I am teaching you how to do resin, and I haven't even done some of the steps right yet. When you got a liquid pigment or a paste or a paint like this and it sticks to the stick, you might want to scrape off the pure pigment off of your stick to get it down in there. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to cover the whole background. Well, let me just do this. Okay. Now, I got green powder all over my finger. I am just doing 1,000 a night, aren't I? Or batting 1,000. Up the same, batting 1,000. I don't know. Okay. Let me get the green off my finger. See, that got most of it out of there. Okay, so now, first thing I always do when I turn on my air gun, I always turn it on facing away from the painting. Okay, don't let the first bit of air blow on your painting. Blow it off to the side, get rid of your dust boogers. Okay, I'm just heating it up just a little bit, just so it'll spread a little bit easier. Okay, now I'm just basically pushing it. Now, I don't know if anybody here has ever seen Fiona's pictures, but she basically, when she does it with acrylic, she sometimes does it with a wet paper towel, which is okay, I guess, but you can't use water or anything on resin. So I'm going to do mine with a piece of dry saran wrap, I guess you could say. It's not going to be wet, but you just lay it over, and you basically, after you have your design down, you basically kind of flatten it out, I guess you could say, or smush it down a little bit. Okay, I got to get some of this resin over here. My canvas is trying to move on me. Okay, I got just a thin coat of this stuff down, so I hope that's enough red. Okay, now I'm going to wipe my fingers off. That's a little bit dry right there. Let me just get some of this up there. Okay, now I'm going to pop the air bubbles real quick before I go putting any more resin on there. Because you can see all the air bubbles right there, but you just go over it real quick with your heat gun or your torch, and it pops them. Because nothing's worse than an air bubble in your resin. Because when it dries, it's definitely noticeable. I can't figure out why some of those I don't know if that's air bubbles or what that is. Okay. Anyway, now, okay. Now she just does drops, so I'm going to do drops, not big drops. I'm going to do it in 4s. Thank God there's a long working time with art coat. It's got 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes even more. So I got plenty of time to be putting my little dots of colors, and I know I'm getting dots elsewhere too, but it's not that easy to keep the resin in one spot. Okay, there we go. Okay, now don't want to put the yellow on the purple, so let me put some of the green right there. And I just want a little drop on each one. I think I'm going to put the yellow in the middle. Missed. See what happens when you rush? And let me go back over there. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of the yellow. See, I knew I made way too much color. Okay. Okay, I got some yellow in the middle. I do want to do some green lines to make it look like vines. So okay, now we are going to, I got some green on my finger. Now I'm going to move this over, and now I'm going to get a piece of saran wrap, and hopefully I can do this with my gloves on. So hang on a second, because I got the saran wrap over here. I want to make sure I got a big enough piece. I also got smart a long time ago and bought it in a box. Oops. See, now it's starting to stick together, and I don't want that. Okay, this is not going to fit the whole thing, but you don't want to drag it. You just want to lay it down, but that's not exactly where I wanted it to go. So let me get another little piece. Nothing says it's all got to be one piece, but you are going to have to pick up the corners. Oh, this is just not working. Okay, so now I'm just going to tap this down. That's not working up there, but what can you do, right? Trying to push out any of the air bubbles in the saran wrap. Okay, now this is what she does. Okay, well, first off, I gotta pick this piece up. Okay, she picks up the two opposite corners very slowly. Yes, I can see I'm missing some red. Then she picks up these corners very slowly, brings them together. Then she picks up these and these. And to tell you the truth, resin does not do like acrylics do. Okay, let me see what I can do with my air gun. I can see I'm going to have to add some more resin in places because it's already dry. So my poor flower did not look anything like Fiona's. I probably should have put more red on the background, but I didn't have enough, so too late now. Let me see if I can pick up some resin from this and get it on there. I may have to mix up some more. I don't know yet. I'm just picking up a little bit. I should mix up some more red. Although I could just fill in some of these little spots with the purple. I might save it yet, I don't know. It's definitely not going to look like a flower, but I got so many dry spots because the saran wrap picked up way too much of the resin, and I didn't have enough resin to begin with. So let me just fill in. I want some more green on here too. Well, this is going to look like a hodgepodge mess, but hey, at least I got to paint tonight. After what my car did to me all week, and then today, we couldn't get the alternator off, so it's still not fixed. Okay. I don't know if there's any saving this for the challenge. Oh, my chair almost tripped me. There's only one thing I can do besides put some resin in these little bald spots. Is pick it up and tilt. Trying to see if you can still see it on the camera. It just needs more resin, period. Okay, let me see now if I can add a little bit of yellow in spots. I got way too much yellow. Well, I got one other thing I can do. Swipe after I heat up the resin. You always got to heat your resin up just to... Well, let me see what happens when I blow the color. There's definitely no design in this. It's got way too much yellow now. Jeez, how much more resin am I going to add? Well, it was kind of dry to begin with, so... Okay, there's some purple. Well, let me see what I can do with this. Hopefully it's not a total loss. I can still embellish it later on. Okay, let's see if a swipe or two will fix it. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to call it done. And probably pour over it tomorrow after it dries. So I'm just going to do one big ass swipe. One big swipe. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. Well, that gave it some interest. That I will give it. Trying to figure out where to put this at. Trying to fix the bald spots. Well, I don't know if I should call this a fail or what. So, I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to re-look at it tomorrow and see. Yeah, I got way too much glare on it. Let me see if I can get a better close-up of it. I need to fix these lights. So anyway, here's the top, going across to the other side. Then we go down, across, and then bring it out. Well, I don't know what I could have done to fix it, so leave a comment to tell me what I should have done. And I will listen to everybody's comments, because right now at this point you all probably know better than I do how to fix it. I see a dry edge and I'm looking for a little bit of this to put on the edge. Yeah, this is going to probably need another coat tomorrow. So, that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the video, even though I think it turned into a colossal fail, but let me know what you think down in the comments. You know, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Click the little bell for notifications so you can come back and be notified when I'm doing more videos. I thank all my subscribers and my viewers for their support. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I love the resin right out of you guys. And I hope to see you all in the next video. So, I love the resin right out of you. Bye for now.